How's it going, laser bruises up? I'll be Sixkilla. Welcome back to Danganronpa V3. It is time for us to kick off the trial. Maybe the last trial? I honestly don't know. It must be getting close to the last trial, though. We didn't even seem to think that this one was going to happen. We thought the game was over. Obviously, it's not. This isn't everyone, right? Kaito and Kokichi aren't here.
What's the point?
I bet Kokichi is already there.
You bastard.
As the mastermind of the killing game, he's waiting for us to arrive. You're really taking on that, huh?
No.
We don't know that yet. There's still a chance Kaito is alive.
Do you want to die?
Maki,
Well...
this is a battle between hope and despair. If I show any weakness like you are, then I know I'll lose to despair. Lose to despair?
You don't know?
6 of us will participate, and 1 of us will die after this class trial. Then only 5 will be left. Only 5. That's right, we're the only ones left.
That's obvious.
We can't lose to despair. Even if we have no future, we need to win. That is the whole point of the class trial. I will defeat Kokichi no matter what I have to sacrifice. No matter what she has to sacrifice. You sure about that, Maki? Is that what you call hope? I know that we can't lose to despair, but something is wrong. Something doesn't feel right. I wonder what Kaito would say at a time like this. What would he say to us? If it was Kaito... Let's get in there, shall we? I mean, they all have to show up. That's the thing. And if they don't, then the one that doesn't show up will be executed. Punished for not showing up, right? Unless they're both dead, unless they killed each other. We didn't say a word to one another. Silent as a tomb, we stepped into those open doors. Maybe no one survived. Maybe they killed each other, both dead. And that's why nobody showed up. We'd lost the will to live, knowing what we know about the outside world. But somehow, despite their despair, we found a new reason to live. To win the battle between hope and despair. But now, what do we know? We don't know what hope means to us anymore. What is hope? A burden you bear? Depends how you look at it, I suppose. And those thoughts pierced my mind. I suddenly stopped. I can't think about things like that anymore. The only thing I need to think about is survival. Okay. Oh, it looks different.
That's nice!
A battle like this takes me back. After all, hope and despair are natural enemies. Yes, this is a truly magnificent theme. Only esteemed works of fiction have themes as magnificent as this.
Why?
Anyway, where's Kokichi? Why isn't he here? Maki was right. The person who should be here isn't. Well, I'll tell you once the trial starts.
What?
What's going on? What are you scheming now?
No.
Doesn't matter what Kokichi is scheming.
We must do it.
This is the final battle between hope and despair. It all ends here. Kokichi can twist and violate the rules all he likes, but we will never give up. Hope will never submit to despair.
Unbelievable.
Oh, for the love of... No rules have been violated, not on my watch, you know.
Shut up.
Whatever, hurry up and start. We'll end this with the class trial. We'll defeat the remnants of despair, no matter what. So get ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. Now let's get started. Mix equal parts life and death, add a dash of lies and truth. Bake it in the fires of conflict. And when it's golden brown and bubbling, you have yourself a truly decadent class trial. Okay. Don't know what the cooking analogy is in aid of. And once more, we face a class trial. Was the one who died Kaito or Kokichi? I can't say for certain, but I still believe Kaito wouldn't die so easily. I don't know why I believe that so strongly, but I'll fight to prove it. Now we got purple for we don't know if you're alive or alive or dead. I will fight with everyone to grasp the hope on the other side of this truth. I will fight. I will fight in this trial of truth and lies. Yes, I would like to save. Thank you. And do we have any new things to equip? That we earn from making friends and shit? I don't know. 2D love? Some panels will be filled. No, closing argument's the easiest part. Safety first. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. I want that one. There you go. Because I always have to take away non-erasable pieces. Because I'm not good at that.
Ahem! Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Do we have to?
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate.
Graduation is meaningless here. We already know that. We don't need your rules anymore. We'll find our own reasons to live. And we'll do whatever it takes to survive.
Wow! An actual talking robot! I've never seen one of those before.
You are one of those, stupid.
Seriously?
What happened to Kokichi? Why isn't he here?
Aw, don't make that face, killer. This case has some unique circumstances.
Unique circumstances?
'Cause for this murder, the victim's identity is completely unknown. Given these circumstances, I decided to start off this class trial while the victim is still anonymous.
That sounds like you're breaking the rules to me, my man.
After all, it'd be a shame if I let such a rare opportunity go to waste.
Is that possible? I thought everyone had to participate in the class trial.
Don't worry, the person who's still alive is waiting behind the scenes for their cue. It's all part of the overall production. Anyway, let's get this trial moving!
I guess we have no choice but to start the trial under these conditions.
He's breaking the rules then, still.
What's there to even talk about? The Blackened is the mastermind, Kokichi.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of too.
Come on, dude, we actually have to talk it over.
It's too soon to decide anything for certain. We don't even know if Kaito was the victim.
How long are you going to say that? The victim is Kaito. End of discussion.
But we need to be absolutely sure. If we don't positively identify the victim, the other person will never show themselves, right?
Before we can identify a suspect, we need to determine who the victim is.
Why are we even talking about something so obvious? What a pain.
Hate to be wasting your time, Himiko. Everyone thinks that Kaito is the victim, but I have my doubts. There's a chance Kaito is still alive. If we keep discussing the case, I'm sure we'll see the truth. Here we go. I think non-stop debate is the hardest part.
The victim has to be Kaito.
Kaito was taken prisoner by Kokichi,
Yes.
so he could have killed him whenever he wanted.
And the hydraulic press had his clothes inside.
Kokichi can't be the victim because there's no evidence for it.
Kokichi's close. Evidence.
that's wrong! I have evidence that points to Kokichi being the victim. I found this in the hangar.
Is that Kokichi's coat?
Technically, we didn't
Yes.
find it.
And look here.
Kibo found it.
There are bloodstains on the sleeve. That would indicate that Kokichi suffered an external injury, correct?
Kokichi was injured.
The fact that these were flushed down the toilet implies that they are evidence of a crime.
What about it? Kaito's clothes were in the hydraulic press.
Go on.
As long as we have that evidence, there's no doubt that Kaito was the one murdered.
You're starting to make me think that you're the one who killed Kokichi, Maki, because you're so unwilling to talk about this.
Yeah, that's right. It's one of those irrefutable evidence thingies.
Mm-hmm. Ever since you found the body in the hangar, Maki's insisted that it's Kaito's. But why is that? I thought we had an understanding. I thought she'd want to believe Kaito was still alive. Either way, it seems Maki is hung up on Kaito's clothes. In that case, I need to demonstrate the flaw in relying on that evidence. If I do that, I think she'll realize there's a chance that Kaito was alive.
Actually, there's something bothering me about the clothes found in the hydraulic press.
Yeah? What about them?
There's something peculiar about those clothes. You mean the puncture wound? The sleeve of the jacket and the puncture
That's it!
was an arrow hole, right?
Why was only the sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press? If Kaito had been crushed by the press, the sleeve shouldn't have been empty.
When he wore it hanging off there, didn't he?
There should have been an arm inside the sleeve as well.
He never wore it like that.
So the fact that we found an empty sleeve should...
Shall I kill that logic?
Huh?
You're dumber than I thought if I have to go out of my way to explain it to you. If you can't even see that, then be quiet. Otherwise, you're just annoying me.
Oh no. Rebuttal showdown. I hate rebuttal showdown.
The coat sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press is rather telling. It couldn't have been anyone else but Kaito. If you can't see that, then you weren't looking hard enough.
Okay.
I wasn't looking hard enough. What do you mean?
He always dressed himself in a rather odd manner. He never put his arms through his coat sleeves.
It's
So
true.
when the hydraulic press crushed him, all that stuck out was his coat sleeve. If you understand to be quiet already, otherwise you're getting in the way.
Kaito's coat? Maki's claim appears solid, but I know that it's not. She's wrong. We can't conclude Kaito is dead on that evidence.
He always dressed himself in a
That is
rather
coat?
odd manner.
I mean, she's not
He
wrong.
never put his arms through his coat sleeves. So when the hydraulic press crushed him, all that stuck out was his coat sleeve. If you understand to be quiet already, otherwise you're getting in the way. He always dressed himself in a rather odd manner. He never put his arms through his coat sleeve.
I'll cut through your words! Yes, it's true. Kaito never put his arm through his sleeve.
It is true.
But that was just his right arm.
Oh,
He wore
yeah.
his left sleeve normally.
Why? That's very strange. Because of his injury, maybe?
And the left sleeve was the one we found outside the press. Knowing how Kaito wore his coat, that's awfully strange, isn't it?
How could you possibly know if it's a left sleeve or a right sleeve? It's on the left-hand side if he's facing up, but if he's facing down, it's his right-hand side. A sleeve's a sleeve. They all look the same. Come on, man. You're grasping at straws here.
Then maybe neither of his arms were through the sleeves.
Huh?
It's a possibility. In the end, your reasoning is full of holes.
She's right.
Stop getting in my way. I have to defeat Kokichi.
Maki, what's really going on? Seems you've made up your mind that Kaito's definitely dead. But why would you do that?
It's like Maki said, though. Kaito's gotta be the victim. Because if Kokichi, the mastermind, was dead, the killing game would be over.
You're all assuming that Kokichi told the truth about him being the mastermind. Why would you assume he's telling the truth? You never believe anything else he ever says. Why would you believe that to be truth? It doesn't make any sense. You've only got Kokichi's word for it that he's the mastermind.
Monokuma, hurry up and bring Kokichi here. We already know who the victim is.
Huh? Already? You sure it's not too soon?
We need the suspect present, now that he's the subject of our discussion.
Gotcha. I guess I'll bring him out now. Hey, Mr. Suspect! That's your cue!
Exasal. He's driving that? Cool.
An exisal?
What? Why is an exisal here?
Haha, whoops, my bad. Seems like I gave you guys a scare, huh?
Exisal Kaito. What is this?
Is that Kaito's voice?
Kaito?
There was a lot going on, so I just hid in an exisal and kinda dozed off. And that's why I'm so late. Anyway, what's going on, guys?
Oh, hold on. Then the one that died wasn't Kaito.
Stupid! That was just a lie! You guys thought I died? I would never! No way!
Uh-oh.
Kokichi?
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh instead of cry.
Wow, that's old. How old are you?
I thought as much. Your appearance right now is fit for a lowly asshole like you.
You're making me blush. You're getting so angry over me.
Is that really you, Kokichi?
That's right, Cracker Jack.
Seriously, how old are you?
Then why are you hiding in there? Show yourself!
Oh, this is more for self-defense. Little Miss Cranky Pants would kill me if I showed myself. I understand how you guys must feel. You can't believe it because I'm like this, right? That's what I thought. In that case, I brought evidence.
Oh, I do love evidence. Go on.
Evidence?
Ta-da! The video camera. It was in the warehouse, but I brought it to the hangar, just in case. Man, that was a smart move. Thanks to this, I filmed it so everyone could see it clearly.
Sure you did.
The moment the victim died.
What did you say?
Alrighty then. Let's watch this shocking moment. Hey, Monokuma. Can you connect the video camera to the monitor?
Roger that!
Monokuma grabbed the camera from the exisal, hooked it up to the courtroom's monitor, and played the tape for us. Go on then. Get a wriggle on.
Huh? Kaito?
This is terrible. Why would something like this?
I saw it through my fingers. The moment Kaito was crushed. I'm gonna...
By the way, I'd like to add that this footage has not been doctored in any way.
Yeah, we're just taking your word for that, yeah?
This video camera only has the basic functions. Just the play, record, and pause buttons, so you can't edit after filming it. And of course, I didn't upload it to a computer to edit it either. Right, Monokuma? Oh, you can talk. Your answer is necessary for a fair discussion.
I see. If it's necessary for a fair discussion, then I will answer. No trace of that footage was found on any of the computers inside the Academy.
See? If it wasn't connected to any computer, then editing the footage would be impossible. Which means this footage is 100% real.
If that's the case, then it would seem our suspicions can be lifted. The body we found inside the hangar, crushed in the hydraulic press, is definitely Kaito.
Okay. New evidence even. This late on. Was that really him?
Poor Kaito. I can't believe he died such a horrible death.
I still don't believe he died in that machine.
Guts and his brain splattered all over that machine.
Stop it! Now I'm starting to not feel well.
That's probably because I used my magic to transfer all my barf over to you.
That's not very nice.
I know that's a joke, but the thought of it...
Why? Why was Kaito killed? Kokichi had no reason to kill Kaito. Kokichi just likes sowing discord though, you know that. He had just told us that he was the mastermind. The killing game was over. So what would he gain by killing Kaito?
It looks like you finally believe that I'm the one in this exisal.
Yes. With that, we can definitively say that the culprit is you.
Huh? Why?
You filmed the moment the victim died, which means you were present at the scene. As the person who filmed this footage, you're the only one who could be the culprit.
But if the culprit shot the video, why would they go out of their way to show it?
Oh man, you got me! Yeah, I'm the culprit.
What?
Jeez, I totally dug my own grave. Here's the truth. I decided to participate in this trial in an exisal after I killed Kaito. Of course, it was mostly to make the victim unknown. To jazz up this trial, I took that footage for proof so I could reveal it after you guys get the correct answer. But I totally spaced out. I wasn't supposed to show it right away.
So does that mean you admit to the crime?
He's admitted to half the murders so far, and he committed none of them.
Oh, man. I dug my own grave again? Well, I don't think you guys will believe any of the excuses I make now. So, I give up.
You're giving up? Does that mean it's been decided?
Is it okay that this trial was so short?
That's fine. We knew from the very start that Kokichi was the killer. But before we vote, I want to say something to Kokichi. You may be the mastermind, but I won't let you escape after you violated the rules. That would desecrate the killing game Junko Enoshima created, right? Your beloved Junko Enoshima.
Junko?
Whatever. It's voting time now. Let's go before Kokichi changes his...
No, hold on a second. This isn't right.
Obviously, it's not right.
The culprit comes in, confesses to the crime, and the trial ends? That's not how this goes.
No.
That doesn't sound like the kind of game Kokichi or Monokuma or Junko would play.
What if the mastermind got tired of it? The remnants of despair were like that.
But then he wouldn't have killed him in the first place.
No, if they were tired of it, they wouldn't have put all that effort into the video. There would have been no need for this class trial in the first place. Something's not right. We need to get a better feel for the situation. I think Kokichi has some sort of plan. He's trying to trap us.
Trap us? Are you saying Kokichi isn't the culprit? Then, are you suggesting one of us is the culprit?
What?
If it's not Kokichi, then the culprit must be one of us.
One of us?
That's not possible!
No, I didn't say that. I was just saying it's dangerous to trust Kokichi.
Shuichi is so distrusting.
You haven't really, made yourself trustworthy or anything.
But it's exactly like Shuichi said! I'm actually not the culprit!
Seriously?
What? But that contradicts what you said previously.
How surprised are you?
Yippers, that was a lie. Sorry, I lied again. The real culprit of this case is super bad at hiding themselves, so I thought I could help. I pretended to be the culprit by using the footage! It made the game more interesting, too.
Are you serious?
What's the truth and what's a lie? I don't know anymore.
Just take everything Kokichi says and throw it away because it's not worth listening to, really.
It's fine. Because Kokichi is the culprit.
Uh-huh.
He killed Kaito. No matter how much he deceives us, it won't change our minds. The footage shows he did it. Kokichi has to be the only option.
The only option? Is that really true? Are we just going to leave it at that? No. Of course not. That would be ridiculous. Hydraulic press, safety function, bloodstain, crossbow,
There's
murder
no
video.
doubt that Kokichi is the culprit. We all saw that footage from earlier, right?
Kaito got crushed to death. What a horrible video.
Whoever committed that crime was with Kaito in the hangar.
Which just leaves Kokichi then.
Then the culprit is...
Kokichi Oma, the mastermind of this entire killing game. And Kaito's killer.
Crushed to death.
There's
no doubt that Kokichi is the culprit. We also read footage from earlier, right? Kaito got
Crushed to death.
He definitely didn't get crushed to death. If he was the one killed, then he was already dead before he went in the machine.
The
Definitely.
safety function would make it impossible to kill Kaito with the press.
Mm-hmm.
a safety function.
Yes, it was written on the safety precautions. The hydraulic press will automatically stop if its infrared sensor detects a living organism.
So the hydraulic press won't move at all if there's a living person under it?
Which is why it couldn't have been used to kill Kaito.
Which means it's more likely that Kaito was crushed after being killed by some other means.
Yeah. To obscure who it was.
So what we saw in that video, he was already dead by then?
But you could disable the infrared sensor of the safety function with an electro bomb.
That's true.
No. I don't think Kokichi would use an electro bomb for that purpose.
Wouldn't that just stop the machine from working as well, though?
It would have taken down the hangar's alarm system and the Exosol's remote control.
It would have put Kokichi at a significant disadvantage.
But you can't be too sure I wouldn't do that. I'm the type who would do anything for fun.
Also, we don't have any evidence of a different murder method other than the hydraulic
The
No,
crossbow?
we do. I have a plausible theory for the murder.
What?
Yes, there's a clue that suggests the victim was killed before being crushed. I found it somewhere around the hydraulic the blood trail? All the way from the bathroom to the hydraulic press? That was the dead giveaway, really, wasn't it? If it exists here, did I go the wrong way? This one, swipe pattern bloodstain.
This is it!
He was killed in the
There was a
bathroom.
swipe pattern bloodstain in the hangar, suggesting a body was dragged. The bloodstain goes from the bathroom all the way to the press.
Oh, that was the restroom where Kaito was being held, wasn't it?
Yep.
Bloodstains were also found inside the bathroom. That can't be coincidence.
And a lot of tools in there too.
Kaito was killed in the restroom, then dragged to the press and crushed?
If the bloodstain even was Kaito's.
What?
We only guessed that Kaito was killed in the bathroom. Since his body was crushed, we'll never know if Kaito died some other way.
We might not be able to examine the body, but we do have evidence that suggests a cause of death. The arrow hole in the sleeve.
There! The small hole on the sleeve of Kaito's coat is the key to his cause of death.
The small hole? No. There is no way that hole's got anything to do with the weapon. I'll hit you with my everything you buy will go on sale the next day curse.
You're saying that because you're the one who brought the
Why are you
weapon.
freaking out all of a sudden?
Because she gave him the crossbow.
I'm not freaking out. I'm just saying it's impossible for the weapon to be that small.
No, it's not impossible. I can show you. The weapon that left that small hole in Kaito's sleeve. Crossbow or the arrows? I'll just go crossbow, I guess.
This is it!
Crossbow is the weapon.
I believe the weapon was the crossbow found in the bathroom.
Yeah.
A crossbow arrow would certainly leave a hole that small. Can we then conclude that Kaito was shot with that crossbow? If so, that crossbow just might be the actual murder weapon used to kill Kaito.
I see. It's so surprising that a crossbow is the murder weapon.
Seriously, Himiko, what's wrong?
We have a testimony that says that she carried the crossbow down there.
She
Pretty much.
probably needs to pee. Anyway, about Kaito getting shot. If that was his cause of death, then I wonder who shot him with the crossbow. Well, I already know, but I won't tell you.
He's just playing with us.
Then let's show him that playtime is over. Let's show him that the students of Hope's Peak Academy will never submit to despair.
Okay, dude.
Hope? Despair?
Go on then.
I wonder who shot Kaito with the crossbow. What a mystery, right guys?
Oh, wrong button.
Who else but you could have done it?
The shot would need to be fired from inside the hangar to hit Kaito.
That's not true. Ah, wrong button. Again. The window.
That's wrong!
You could shoot him through the window. Himiko could have shot him through the window.
Even without going in the hangar, it was possible to land a shot with a crossbow.
I don't think that's what happened though, because only Kaito and Maki could assemble it, and the crossbow was found inside. And he probably couldn't get the crossbow through the window unless it was disassembled. You know?
There was a window in the bathroom of the hangar. Maybe it wasn't possible to get in, but you could have shot through the window. And remember that Kaito was confined to the bathroom.
So if they shot Kaito through the window, they could have killed him in the hangar. Which means the murder suspect list grows to 6 people, including me!
What did you say?
But put plainly, that means
It seems Shuichi wants to make one of us the culprit. Is that it? Is that what a detective does?
Huh?
Do detectives always accuse people, even when they're friends?
I don't know, do assassins always murder people, even when they're friends? Yeah.
It seems like it. You suspected Kaito in the previous class trial, too. You're always suspicious of your friends.
What's wrong, Maki? You seem like you're kind of on edge.
Of course I am. When we said we would defeat the remnants of despair, someone got in our way.
No, you don't understand. I'm not trying to...
It doesn't matter how much you get in my way. I will absolutely defeat Kokichi. I won't let despair escape. I won't let it win.
Now, let's stop this boring fight and continue on with the not-so-boring trial. So we all agree that the murder could be done by anyone and not just me, right?
That might be true, but I didn't know about the window.
Neither did I.
Really, Himiko? What's the matter? You've been weird since we mentioned small holes.
Yeah, I wonder.
What? Are you after my small hole too?
Now that's definitely weird.
Very weird.
Look at it this way. Just because the culprit could be anyone, not everyone is a suspect. We can pretty much narrow it down to anyone who knew about the crossbow.
I never knew about any crossbows. In other words, I'm not suspicious. There's no way you can consider me.
It does concern me that Himiko went to the hangar last night.
Indeed.
Whoa, really? You went to the hangar, Himiko?
Yes, she did. I definitely saw her.
You were watching me?
It's awfully suspicious that you went to the hangar last night. Okay, then the culprit is Himiko.
I don't think it's that simple.
Wait! Don't say it's me! Maki's more suspicious than I am.
What?
That crossbow came from your research lab, right? You could have gotten that crossbow whenever you wanted.
Anyone could have gone to her research lab, though. She's not the only suspect.
I don't know about that. She's definitely the most suspicious. Even if you make that scary face at me, I'm not gonna get scared.
Because if you start panicking, then we'll know that you're the culprit.
I said I'm not the culprit! I swear! Kokichi's the suspicious one! Maki too! They're both the culprits!
Why am I a suspect? Anyone could have entered my research lab.
Yeah, I'll admit that I'm suspicious. Okay, maybe I am the culprit.
Fucking helpful as always, Kokichi, thanks.
Maybe I'm the
I'm the
culprit!
culprit.
Ah, here we go. Mass panic. Kibo's account. What's that one? Is that the one that noticed Himiko, right? I'm assuming? Kibo's account. The night before the body was discovered, Himiko was seen, coming back. She had a black bag on her, but she didn't have it when she came back. I think that's going to be the important one. It's usually the accounts.
If
I was
you
only
are the
practicing
culprit,
my magic.
What do you mean?
then
not
explain the
calling
crossbow.
magic?
There's a
I
good
know
magic
it's
source
not
around
in
here.
your research lab.
So I went
Then
there
who
empty-handed.
actually...
Empty-handed my ass. Fool.
You said that you went to the hangar empty-handed, but that's a lie, isn't it?
What are you talking about? It's not a lie.
But Kibo saw you. He said you were headed toward the hangar carrying a large black bag.
Yes, Himiko was definitely carrying a large black bag.
No, that was probably Tsumugi cosplaying as me.
We went over that. She can't do that.
You know I can't cosplay as someone unless they're a fictional character.
I mean, technically she is a fictional character, but go on.
Himiko, this is the bag you were carrying, isn't it?
That's the crossbow case.
There's no mistake. That is the bag I saw Himiko carrying.
What? Hold on. Himiko went to the hangar with a crossbow?
Uh-oh. Well, it's decided then.
Wait, that's wrong. I just brought it there. I didn't shoot it. It's the truth. Please believe me.
You're right. I believe you. Himiko is totally telling the truth.
Not you. If you believe me, it makes me look like I'm lying.
That is true. But can we really trust Himiko here? She was acting very suspiciously. I don't think she could have even assembled the crossbow. There's no way she'd be able to assemble it. The only people that can assemble it are me, Maki, and Kaito.
The culprit.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I only carried the case.
Yep, that's true too.
And I didn't even use the crossbow.
I missed.
Another true statement.
And
I'm not
that's
sure about that
all.
one
I
anyway.
didn't do anything else in the hangar.
100% exactamundo.
Why does this all sound so fishy?
Ah, 'cause Kokichi won't shut up. Get out of my head, Kokichi!
To hit Kaito with the crossbow, you'd have to be fairly good with it. Could Himiko have done this? That's the question. No.
Not the culprit.
I agree. There's no way that she could have done
Yeah,
it.
I totally agree.
But she definitely supplied the
I
weapon.
only carried.
No, wrong one. Like, that's not what I was trying to hit.
I was wrong!
My bad. I panicked, okay? I panicked.
Yeah, I totally agree.
We need an agreement one.
I only carried the case.
Blue one.
Yep, that's true too.
And I didn't even use.
That one.
I agree!
I agree. There's no way you could have used the crossbow. You wouldn't know how.
I don't think Himiko used the crossbow. More accurate,
Couldn't use it? Why not?
Because you had to assemble the fucking thing.
the crossbow inside this case was disassembled. Kaito and I learned how to assemble the crossbow from Maki, so we could have done it. But I don't believe someone without the proper training could have assembled it.
Well, what if Maki taught Himiko how to assemble the crossbow?
Maki?
She didn't teach me that, right, Maki? What's wrong? Are you mad about before? Sorry. I thought they were gonna suspect me, so I lied.
I really have to question your morals if you're blaming Maki for your lie, Himiko.
I don't think you're allowed to say something like that.
I'm sorry, Maki. Please, can you tell them the truth?
Fine. I'm not going to lie. I didn't teach Himiko how to assemble the crossbow. She couldn't have used it.
See? I told you! It's just like I said.
Yeah.
Everyone
Figured
who
that.
suspected me needs to apologize right now!
You still supplied a murder weapon. Ass.
She changed back so fast. I think I might have whiplash now.
Then, why did you bring the crossbow to the hangar, Himiko?
Kaito asked you to, presumably.
I was asked to.
Kaito's the only one there that could have used it. Asked to? Perhaps the person who asked was... Kaito.
That's it! Was it Kaito?
Huh? Kaito?
Only Kaito or Kokichi would have asked for a crossbow to be brought to the hangar.
And Kokichi wouldn't have known how to assemble it.
Because Kaito knows how to assemble the crossbow, he certainly could have used it. Knowing that, I can't imagine that anyone else would have asked Himiko.
I do not think she would bring it at Kokichi's request.
No.
Of course not. Why would I ever listen to Kokichi?
'Cause I know you like me.
Nuh-uh! I hate you!
But I like you.
Hey, don't play with Himiko's heart.
But to think that Kaito asked Himiko to do that? Maybe Kaito was trying to keep the promise we made yesterday. Don't you worry, I'll do something about all this. That's a promise. Well, you guys are working so hard, so I can't just sit back and relax.
But why were you keeping that a secret, Himiko?
Well, Kaito sorta asked me to keep it a secret. Then Kaito died and I got scared. I thought it was gonna be next.
You're the worst for trying to pin the blame on Maki just for that reason. Maki, teach this dumb monkey the true terror of human beings.
Don't bully the person you like.
This is way beyond bullying a grade school crush.
Himiko, when exactly did Kaito ask you to do this?
I think it was around evening yesterday. I was so nervous about fighting Kokichi, I couldn't get to sleep. So I took a walk near the hangar, and that's when Kaito called out to me. I got startled and wet myself a little. And then he
Lovely.
asked me to get him a crossbow.
That one part was, you know what? Never mind. So
Don't go there.
Kaito asked for a crossbow. Does that mean he was going to kill Kokichi?
No, he said it was to disable Kokichi. I wouldn't have helped him otherwise. I trusted Kaito and took a crossbow from Maki's lab.
And Kaito's trustworthy.
That's when I witnessed Himiko.
But then, what did Kaito do after he had the crossbow?
Shot Kokichi with it.
I don't know. I just handed him the crossbow, then went right back to the dorm.
Presumably, Kaito tried to attack Kokichi, only to be disarmed of the crossbow. And then, Kokichi returned fire and shot Kaito. That sequence of events seems logical.
No, it happened a little differently. Both Kaito and Kokichi shot the crossbow.
And there's proof of that. Kokichi's holes in his clothes.
This is it!
And Kaito's holes in his clothes.
Remember that when we found Kokichi's clothes, there were holes in the back and sleeve. The same kind of hole that was found in Kaito's coat.
So Kokichi was shot by the crossbow too?
Then it was Kaito who shot him, right?
I'm not sure. I don't remember anything like that.
You don't remember whether or not you were shot?
There is no doubt that they shot each other with the crossbow, but...
It doesn't matter.
Huh?
It doesn't matter what happened in between. In the end, Kokichi killed Kaito.
It matters. Everything matters. Come on. We know this. Maki's been acting strangely. But why? Does she know something? If so, what does she know?
Maybe Maki's right. It doesn't matter what happened in the middle. 'Cause in the end, there's no mistake that Kokichi killed Kaito.
Then let's hurry up and vote.
No, it's too soon. There are still mysteries.
Who cares about that? We already know who the culprit is.
You sure about that?
Huh?
What? Now he's joining in?
As the one running this trial, it bothers me when anyone says mysteries don't matter.
That bothers me too. I'm actually with you on this one, Monokuma.
It affects the overall entertainment value, so I encourage you to really think about things. After all, there should be some mysteries that still matter. For example, is Kokichi really inside that exisal?
What?
What are you saying? We already finished that discussion a while ago.
Kokichi's gotta still be alive since the killing game's still going. His voice is even coming from the exisal and everything.
But we heard it speak in Kaito's voice earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, don't rely on that. After all, this exisal has a voice changer.
What?
Ha! 'Cause of that, nobody realizes I'm pretending to be Kokichi. But no more! Sorry for the wait, guys! The Luminary of the Stars has arrived. This time for real.
What? What's going on?
I told you, I'm Kaito. I was just pretending to be Kokichi is all. There's a bit of a situation going on, so I didn't really have a choice. Sorry about tricking you guys like that. My bad.
Huh? So Kaito's in there after all?
Don't be stupid. How many times are you going to be tricked by him? That's Kokichi pretending to be Kaito.
Hey now, Maki Roll. Don't you believe me?
Don't ever call me that!
Whoa there, chill. You really think I'm Kokichi? I mean, I guess I understand. Sorry, I can't really get out of this thing right now.
Why not?
I can't move because of the injury I got from Kokichi. It's so bad I can't even stand. That's why I'm in this exisal.
Is that so?
But if you guys don't believe me, then we can't move on. So, you're up, Shuichi.
What? Me?
Explain to everyone how I wasn't the one that died.
Okay. Kaito was alive after all. No, maybe that's just what I want to believe. Is it really true? What story does the evidence tell? Does that story end with Kaito or Kokichi being the victim? I need to give a well-reasoned answer to that question, and soon. I can't look away from the truth. The victim is... The evidence suggests Kaito. We've seen it in the video. I'm trying, I really am, but I can't think of anyone other than Kaito. Most of the evidence we have points to Kaito.
Hey, what's the matter, Shuichi? Just hurry up and tell everyone why I'm not dead. Should be easy.
No, I won't. Because you're not Kaito. Kaito is already dead.
Despair will never die! Good, good! This is already more entertaining!
Yes.
Now, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own
More phenomenal trial grounds. Yep. I'm ready.
All right, let's give it everything we've got!
I like this one because it's easy. And it's got a cool animation. And there's an exisal here now. Is that going to go up too? That'd be pretty cool. I guess not. That's a shame. Alright, I'm ready. Which one is dead?
I suspect that Kaito is inside the exisal.
But he said that
Ah,
he
it's
can't
too
leave
slow.
the exisal because he's injured.
Alright, skip.
Is
Oh,
it
wait.
possible that Kokichi got crushed instead of Kaito?
Maki!
I should
Did you
just
watch
push
the
them
footage?
through and then
Kaito was the
it'll
one
be
who got
easier next
crushed.
time. My bad.
But there was an arrow hole on Kokichi's shirt.
I got this! Kaito's clothes had arrow holes too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe Kaito is still alive.
Maki!
The mastermind is still alive. Inside that exisal.
Why are you so opposed to Kaito being alive?
I got this! Because the evidence doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
Alright, yeah, I messed it up, I know.
Kaito is inside the exisal.
I got this! Unless he comes out of the exisal, we can't confirm that.
But he said that he can't leave the exisal because he...
Maki!
Anyone who knows
Is Is it possible that Kokichi got crushed?
Lucky.
Did you watch that?
Kaito was the one who got crushed.
Yeah, we done this.
Arrow.
I got this.
Kaito's clothes had arrow holes too.
I want to believe.
Lucky.
The mastermind is still alive. Inside that Exosar. Why are you?
I got this.
Because the evidence doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
Boom.
This is our answer.
Alright. Is that true though? Is Kaito the one dead?
Want to believe it. In a way, I still can't.
I mean, it's in the video, right?
But the evidence shows that Kaito must be the one who died. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's the truth.
I see. If that's the conclusion you've arrived at, Shuichi, then there must be no mistake.
Then the one here is.
Looks like I messed around too much.
Sorry. That was just a little joke.
What a sick joke!
You're still an asshole.
True, and I can't forgive him. But we still need to stay calm, be rational. Because we need to get to the truth of Kaito's death.
Yeah, just keep calm and carry on.
What?
Why are you saying that? What part of that was calm?
Getting back on topic, why don't we examine the crossbow a little more closely? I think we need to get all the facts straight, so we don't fall for any more lies.
Okay.
I agree, but what do you think, Maki?
Fine.
Okay, let's discuss that then.
Why are you acting like you're in charge of things?
So if we
He does that.
assume that Kaito and I shot each other with the crossbow, then the most efficient way to solve this is to set up a timeline of events.
Hey, I said, why are you...
Alrighty then! Let the debate begin!
Alright, here we go. Crossbow, 3 arrows, electro bomb, used electro hammer,
When the
poison.
crossbow fired, what was even going on?
As if you need to ask, you were there!
The crossbow was in Kaito's possession first.
Yes.
He probably fired the first shot at Kokichi too.
Then Kokichi disarmed Kaito, took the crossbow, and returned fire.
Presumably.
I didn't take the crossbow from Kaito. I secretly brought a different one!
But only one
You can't
crossbow
assemble
was
it.
taken. The other two are still in my research lab.
Yep.
Still, only one arrow was fired.
1 arrow. We said 3 arrows.
That's wrong!
There's 3 holes. 1 in Kaito, 2 in Kokichi. Now, 1 in Kokichi looks a lot more deadly.
What do you mean, 1 arrow?
Well, I only gave Kaito one arrow, so...
What?
Are you positive?
Of course! There's no way I got that wrong.
Well then, that's strange, because... there were 3 arrows in the bathroom, remember?
And all of them had blood, and there was 3 arrow holes.
3? I know I only gave him one! Kaito even told me to only bring him one. He said he wanted to avoid fighting.
There were 3 arrows at the scene, but Himiko said she only brought 1. What is going on here?
Maybe Kokichi had some hidden away?
Maybe someone else brought more.
Why would Kokichi have 2 arrows when he didn't have a crossbow to fire them?
But we know for certain that 3 arrows were recovered from the scene.
Maybe Kaito asked for more arrows from someone else.
And all 3 arrows had blood on them.
Because he didn't want her to think he was going to kill him. So he only asked for 1 and then he asked for some from someone else. I don't know.
And altogether, their clothes had 3 perforations in them.
Yep.
So we know for certain that they shot 3 arrows at each other.
Then where did the arrows come from? I don't think that Himiko is lying. There must be some angle to this we haven't considered. I don't think Himiko is lying either. What would she gain from that? What is it? What could have happened? Think. I need to think. Did Maki bring them? That's the only thing I can assume, because Maki's... she's been a bit weird about it, you know? She has been a bit weird. We're almost on the same page now, but she's been a bit weird this whole time. I know she's upset about Kaito and everything, but, you know. Kaito is my BFF. I love Kaito. Oops. Thought I was gonna sneak past him. Makes these ones easier to grab, I guess. How many arrows did Himeko give Kaito? 1. That's what she said. And if she said 1, then it's 1, right? Thinking time. There's no reason for her to lie about it. None whatsoever. All that would do would be put her in danger, you know? It could have been, Kibo. I still think Kibo could have gotten through the security door. Being that he was not, you know, alive, technically. He's not human. Because the exocells can move through the hangar doors, so presumably Kibo can too. But maybe I'm just being a... What was the word he used? Robophobic? Yeah, robophobic. Perhaps. Were all the arrows inside the hangar from the start? I'm guessing not. Because why would they be? Unless Kaito hid them there, but Kaito couldn't have known he was going to be there, you know? Kokichi dragged his ass off. So most logically, the answer would be no. Last phase. Oh, they're going fast here. Ah, I missed it. Too fast. Nice. Ah, I missed it. Got that one. Got that one. Come on. Oh, narrow, narrow. Nearly, nearly. Oh, I don't like these narrow stretches. Who brought the 2 arrows? I don't know. Kibo? Would be my guess. But maybe I'm wrong. Could be anyone that could pilot an exocell. Or Kibo. A third party.
Could it be that the additional arrows were brought in by a third party?
Pretty much has to be.
A third party? So someone besides Kokichi or Himiko?
But someone who knew that the crossbow was going to be there.
That's just a guess, though. There's no way a third party exists.
You're the third party, aren't you, Maki?
If a third party did exist, why would they bring 2 arrows?
Kaito was the only one with a crossbow. I made sure I handed it to him.
Kaito said he only needed 1 arrow. Clearly, he didn't want to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
So the other 2 arrows weren't for Kaito. They were for the third party to use themselves.
So the third party didn't hand the arrows through the window. Instead, they went into the hangar and shot the crossbow themselves?
Impossible. There was an alarm system and an electric barrier around the hangar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That hangar should have been completely closed off, right?
It was completely closed off, but can we confirm that? Wait a second, wait a second. When we walked past during the night and we talked to Kaito, there were the 4 exocells walking around Monokuma. And then Kibo's account said that there was only 3. One of the exocells went back into the hangar. The third party must have been the person who was driving that exocell that went back into the hangar during the night. Right? I feel like there might be another way. Some way we haven't figured out yet. I'm overlooking something. Think. Think. What method did the third party use to enter the hangar? The exisal. It has to be. There's an X here, so I'm assuming that's exisal. There's no fucking E's though, come on. Ah, wrong button. This one? That's where that exisal went in the middle of the night. The Kibo saw. He saw it go back inside.
That's it! The exisal! The exisal could be used to enter the hangar. We couldn't get in because of the alarm system and the electric barrier. But that shouldn't have been a problem for any of the exisals, right?
Oh my god, and that's why the... Oh my god, it was Maki. It was Maki. I figured it out. So, the exisal that went back was the one that brought the arrows, right? Next to the exisals, we found a spent electro hammer, uncharged. She used that to pop the lock in the exisal so that she could drive it. And that's why when we came to fight Kokichi in the morning, she didn't bring an electro hammer, she brought a knife. Everyone else brought the electro hammer, but not her. Because she just used it to get into an exisal to take the bolts inside. Oh my god, it was Maki all along.
So if you wanted to enter the hangar, all you had to do was pilot an exisal.
I saw
It all
an
comes
exisal
together.
enter the hangar last night.
You sure did.
So was this third party piloting it?
By the way, I just want to confirm something with Monokuma. Would the alarm still go off if there was a person inside an exisal?
Well, I wasn't trying to keep this secret, but since it's about the details of the hangar, I guess I can tell you guys. It makes sense that the alarm system and electric barrier wouldn't react to an exisal. After all, the hangar is where the exisals are supposed to be stored. It'd be a hassle to disable the security every time an exisal comes and goes, you know? So even if someone is inside an exisal, the security system wouldn't catch them, because it'd be a hassle to leave the exisal every time you have to put it away.
So it's like Shuichi said? A third party got in an exisal and entered the hangar?
But can just anyone pilot an exisal?
Well, Kokichi,
If you can get into it.
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Nipples too?
Anyway, this third party commandeered an exisal and infiltrated the hangar.
It's got the much touted futuristic nipple controls. Just what I always wanted for my car.
That same person must have brought the other two arrows with them.
I told you that's impossible.
We know it's you, Maki. Huh?
There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an exisal. It's not possible.
What? Not possible.
Maki, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? What do you know? Why are you trying to hide it? Why won't you tell me? Because she's the one who done it.
if someone was piloting the exisal, they could have used it to enter the hangar.
Oh yeah.
That's not possible.
Is operating the exisal really that difficult?
You're just gonna use your nipples?
Inside an exisal?
Yes.
Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisals. And they were all moving too.
I was controlling them remotely.
Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday,
Yes, they were.
all the hammers were still...
That's wrong!
Maki's wasn't.
Wait, not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one. There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma and the exisals.
Is that electro hammer used by the third party?
To get into the exercise, yeah.
Maybe they used it to disable an exisol.
Yes, I think so. When I saw them last afternoon, there were 4 exosols. But this morning, there were only 3.
I noticed that too. Was the missing exisol taken by this third party?
Shuichi is getting warmer. How about you say the answer right now? Who did it? Who is this third party?
Maki. The identity of the third party. The electro hammer gives us a clue. Yeah, who showed up without an electro hammer for the fight? I saw 4 exocells at the scene yesterday when I went to meet up with Kaito. This morning, when we were trying to get into the hangar, there were 3. The culprit must have used the electro hammer between yesterday afternoon and this morning. There's only one person among us that I think could do that. The one who keeps trying to deny everything the whole fucking time.
It's you! Maki, you're the third party we're looking for, aren't you?
What? It's Maki?
What are you saying?
Remember what Kokichi said.
But be careful, the electro hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly. So if you use it against an exocell, it'll run out of juice with just one shot. Got it?
The electro hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery. That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning.
Maki, where's your electro hammer? I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. This is much better. A knife, well, I suppose you know best.
Maki was the only one without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
Knowing that, the electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki. And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the third party.
Yeah.
She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later.
You brought a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right?
Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab, disabled the exisol with an electro hammer, and infiltrated the hangar. Now we just have to figure out what happened after—
I'll kill your logic.
Here we go. You're actually gonna fight back, are you?
Why are you doing this?
Because it's true, you spaz. What?
Why are you getting in my way?
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you—
Yes, I'm the third party.
Huh?
I admit to going into the hangar with an exisol, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit!
Okay, we're not saying you are. We're just saying that you were the third party.
You're right.
Okay. Oh my god, that's
I
fast.
used the electro hammer, and I used the exisol to enter the hangar too.
Ah,
I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
you say that? Blade lock. Alright, come on.
Crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Arrows left holes in her clothes. Think
Yeah.
about the locations of the wounds.
One was in the
They were on his
spine.
arm and back.
Ah!
An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury. That's why the crossbow can't be the murder weapon.
The arrow wouldn't result in a fatal injury. Well, the spine one might, but the poison would. She's
The
scrambling
arrows
to
left
defend
holes in her
herself.
clothes.
Poison, poison.
Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his
God
arm and
almighty.
back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Oh,
The poison
careful
would,
your
though.
words.
It takes time to kill, though, doesn't it? A tiny bit, but it takes a while to kill.
It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit if it were poisoned.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they connected.
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit?
There's no way she is! 'Cause why would she kill Kaito?
She wouldn't. She killed Kokichi.
I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Unless she's trying to frame Kokichi. I don't know, man.
Maki is still fighting.
Huh? Fighting?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
All of us. The sacrifice that Maki must be talking about must be all of our lives.
That's it! She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then, by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over. Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Are you suggesting that we do kill ourselves to kill Kokichi?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
I did that in Gonta's trial.
You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
No.
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Then, what really happened?
Maki, please tell us.
Please.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Don't just
You're
start
gonna-
narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
No, it's not boring. You're going to cliffhanger me. Well, I'm going to cliffhanger all of you. Because it looks like it's halftime. It certainly seems like Maki is the culprit, but who knows? Who knows how it could go? But yeah, we figured that one out pretty well, I think. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Anyway, when we come back, we'll continue the class trial. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking it out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.